when I look at this, Gary Payton is going to go back. I think the Warriors, they needed more of a defensive identity. There were things that they were kind of missing this year. Their transition defense at times on the road was not what they needed it to be. So I love that you bring back a piece that you feel fits. And I think GP fits. And I like some of the other things. The Warriors, I love it that they're not cashing it in. And I don't mean that in like they're done, but it's more of like, well, we're going to stay pat and see if we can fit. No, let's get back some of these horses that allowed us to get to the mountaintop last year.
With the regular season's end fast approaching, the Golden State Warriors might have found the missing piece that could turn things around for them this season in Gary Payton II. I mean, the Warriors are just horrible when it comes to playing defense this year, as they give up 115 points a ball game. Now, when comparing it to last season, the Dubs were actually ranked number 1 with a 106.9 defensive rating, and a huge part of it can be credited to GP2's defensive efforts. He led the Dubs in steals last year by averaging 1.4 a ball game, and his impact on both ends was also pretty huge in their title run last year, as he only sat behind Steph Curry with a plus 9.8 plus-minus rating. With GP2 back in the Bay Area, there's no doubt that he'll pick up where he left off defensively for the Warriors, and according to Curry, GP2's transition wouldn't be that hard since he's already familiar with the faces that he's going to play with, as well as the system that the Dubs are running.
For sure, he knows our system, he knows where to find his spots, and then on offense and then defensively, he's built a strong identity around, being a pest out there, no matter who he's guarding, just making them uncomfortable. So defense has obviously been a big challenge for us all year. Our numbers, especially on the road, tell the story there. So he can plug a lot of holes for us. I know we have to wait a little longer than everybody expected, but that's the optimism about if we could just get to that full team kind of opportunity and him healthy and all the work that he's going to do in his rehab to get his spring back and his juice back and get his body back. Like, that's why the trade was made. So that's what we're holding out hope for.
Anyways, the Warriors brought him back for one reason only, and that is to help them improve their defense. And with that being said, let's take a look at how Gary Payton II can make the Warriors an elite defensive unit once again by breaking down some of his highlights. Starting with lockdown defense. Here, he's going up against the much smaller Ish Smith, and despite how good of a ball handler Smith is, GP2 was able to keep up with him all the way, and he just picks his pocket to force a turnover. His ability to clamp down any player is just absolutely ridiculous, and when I say any player, these include the elite scoring guards in the NBA right now. I mean, here, he's guarding Zach LaVine way beyond the three-point line, and after just taking 2 dribbles, GP2 uses his quick hands to poke the ball away, which leads to this Showtime reverse dunk. Now, for a league that's ultra competitive like the NBA, you would rarely see someone pick up a player all the way from 94 feet because the guards are so skilled, plus it's super tiring. Well, not GP2. See, in this sequence, GP2 quickly applied pressure the moment Ja Morant grabbed the ball all the way from the backcourt. Look at how GP2 just shadowed him as he crossed the half court, and when Ja attacked, GP2's defensive instinct kicked in yet again as he swiped the ball from Ja to ignite a fast break on the other end. What I like about GP2 is he never backs down from anyone, and he doesn't care if you're a big-time scorer or not. I mean, here's Kyrie Irving, arguably the greatest ball handler in NBA history, as well as one of the elite bucket getters in today's NBA, ISO'd on top of the key against GP2. But regardless of his reputation, GP2 just shut him down and easily swatted away his shot as if he's not an 8-time All-Star. And in case you're needing a crucial stop, GP2 can also be your go-to guy in these types of nail-biting situations. Up by just 2 with under 10 seconds left, Indiana gave the ball to their closer, which happened to be Karis LeVert, but the thing is, the Dubs have a defensive closer in GP2, and just check out how he pressured him until he stumbled going nowhere. Standing at 6'3", GP2's hand-foot coordination when it comes to playing defense is simply on another level, and his 6'8" wingspan has made it easy for him to poke or swipe the ball away from opposing players, even if they're protecting it really hard. Anyways, this unique skill set of his has allowed him to become a versatile defender, especially in situations where he's clearly at a disadvantage. I mean, check this out. The Nuggets have successfully forced a mismatch here at the low post with Nikola Jokic, and despite the obvious mismatch, GP2 was able to stop the 7-foot Jokic using his strength, footwork, and incredible timing. Without question, GP2's elite defense played a huge role in the Golden State Warriors' championship run last year, especially in the playoffs. And player-turned-analyst Richard Jefferson has also acknowledged this fact by saying,
everyone knew that he was a key to their run. That's why when he got injured, the way
he broke his elbow like yesterday.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotion behind that because we're like, yo, this is our best perimeter defender. This is our second best athlete on our team, and he knows how we play. So when he went out, it's rare that like the 7th man, 8th man on your team could actually really, truly affect your championship chances. And I don't know if they win this series if he's not on that floor here in this finals.
From breaking down his on-ball defense, let's now take a closer look at how GP2 can be so disruptive when the Dubs play defense as a unit. Against the Pacers, the Dubs played zone here to force them to shoot from the outside. Knowing that they were going to hit the guy on the top of the key following a back screen, GP2 played the passing lane and stole the ball using his long reach, which ended in another highlight play on the other end. Now in this play, look at how GP2 fixed his eyes on the ball handler, and when man swung the ball to Kennard, GP2 was already 2 steps ahead of him, and he just snatched his pass before going coast to coast in transition. Lastly, Gary Payton II is also a great help defender. See, when Dosunmu slides right here, GP2 cut his path going to the rim, and when he brought down the ball, GP2 was quick enough to swipe it away from him, which again led to another turnover. Anyways guys, although GP2 is known more as a defensive specialist, he's slowly transitioning into becoming a solid 3-and-D guy. And in fact, GP2 shot quite well for the Dubs last season as he knocked down 37.7% of his three-pointers in catch-and-shoot situations. Now, apart from his developing outside game, GP2 has always relied on his athleticism to score some buckets from time to time, most notably in the open court. As Draymond leads the break on this play, look at how GP2 filled the lane, and when no one is around him, Draymond sets him up for a wide-open jam. Off a steal, Curry just stormed out of the gates on this one, and just take a look at how GP2 used his 38.5 vertical right here to finish this one above the rim. Now, aside from being a beast on the fast break, GP2 can also deal some damage by moving without the ball. Here's Jordan Poole doing his usual thing as he attracts the defense. And when Jalen Green took a nap momentarily, GP2 quickly took advantage of it by going backdoor before finishing this one with a reverse. During his set play, noticed how he quickly attacked D'Angelo Russell before he even got his feet set, and once again, he went backdoor and used his athleticism to slam this one home. After a missed shot, Kevon Looney clears out the ball to Steph Curry. Now, when Indiana scatters for defense, GP2 uses this as an opportunity to sneak behind the line, and after Steph locates GP2, here's what he did to this poor fella. And as much as he's versatile on defense, GP2 can also fill in multiple roles on offense. Like in this play, Steph played a 2-man game with GP2, and after delivering a perfect screen, GP2 acted as the roll guy and just watched how he exploded right here to wrap Bane in a body bag. Whether it's about locking someone on D or asking him to chip in some points here and there on offense, GP2 will surely give the Dubs some boost on both ends of the floor. And although his numbers aren't similar to Steph or Klay Thompson, his overall contribution can be felt beyond the stat sheet, especially the little things that he brings to the table, like deflecting a crucial pass in a late-game situation, or diving for a loose ball after making a steal. I mean, if you look at it on a bigger scale, those little things are actually incredibly crucial to help you win championships. And I think bringing GP2 back into the fold is one of the smartest moves that the Dubs have pulled off so far this season, as his defensive prowess will definitely become handy against the tough teams that they'll be facing as they surge deeper into the playoffs.